Alright everyone, so I've been waiting for this event to come around in order to show you guys this little bit of a trick that I sometimes use, and that is of course going to end up being the Summon Rush events. Now we used to have these a lot more back before they had the double rate events, but now that we have the double rate events, we also have tournaments that involve summoning, the Champion Chase tournaments. It feels like the Summon Rushes have not been as frequent, and they've also not been as good. Now, when I say that, if you actually take a look at this Summon Rush, which ends in less than a day now, it is a 4,000 point Summon Rush. And as you guys can see, I haven't really put any effort into clearing this one. Now, these used to be quite a bit better. I know for a fact there used to be plenty of Summon Rushes that had very similar rewards to this one, except in order to clear them out, it would only require 2,500 points. And I swear there might have been even better ones. I want to say there used to be Summon Rushes for 1,500 points back closer to when I started the game in April, but I could be wrong on that one. I definitely know for a fact, though, there were 2,500 point Summon Rushes where you would also get a legendary skill tome. So the fact that they are now 4,000 points for the same rewards, and we also have much better times in order to end up saving your shards for, which are going to primarily be those double rate events, just doesn't really seem to be worth putting your more valuable shards and resources into clearing out these Summon Rushes. I don't know about you guys, but I definitely don't feel like pulling something like 8 Sacred Shards in order to get 1 Legendary Skill Tome, or an even crazier amount of Ancient Shards. At 20 points each, you would have to pull 200 Ancient Shards in order to end up clearing this Summon Rush for 1 Legendary Skill Tome. Definitely doesn't really seem worth it to me. But something really cool about Mystery Shards, which is definitely an underrated currency in Raid Shadow Legends, something really cool about them specifically for the Summon Rush events that don't really apply to the other summoning events, the double rate events and the Champion Chase ones. I guess they apply to the Champion Chase ones a little bit, but they really work best for Summon Rushes, is that they do also end up giving you points. Only 1 point, not really a whole lot, but it is a lot easier to get Mystery Shards in Raid Shadow Legends than any other shard. I mean, you are definitely going to get way more than 20 Mystery Shards at 1 point each for every 1 Ancient Shard that you get in Raid Shadow Legends for 20 points each. I really feel like the Ancient Shard should give 40 points. That seems to be more in line with the other ones. They seem to be about 3 times less valuable than a Void Shard, so that makes sense. And then 12 or so Ancient Shards, 12.5 per Sacred. 20 points seems very, very low. But what you can actually end up doing is you can get a lot of value for your Mystery Shards if you do indeed end up saving them for these Summon Rush events. Now, would I specifically use them for this one because it's a 4,000 point Summon Rush? Probably not, but if you want to end up saving them for like the 1,500 or 2,500 point Summon Rushes, it's definitely going to be worth it, because what that allows you to do is it allows you to min-max your resources, and like a lot of my videos, efficiency in Raid Shadow Legends is the name of the game. Whenever you can be more efficient with your resources, that means that you're going to get more free stuff and more value out of the game without having to even consider taking a look at the pack offers or anything crazy like that. So by waiting until one of these Summon Rush events to spam summon a bunch of your Mystery Shards, you can actually end up getting a lot of these rewards and save your more valuable shards for the double rate events. So if you take a look at all 4 of these shards, something that you will notice is if you go to Sacred Shards have a double rates event. That's going to be the best time in order to save them for, so you probably don't want to end up using them for Summon Rushes. Same with Void Shards, so they have double rate events, so probably don't want to use them for Summon Rushes. If you want to get the most out of your resources, you're going to want to save them for the double rates event, and same with the Ancient Shards. That, in combination with only actually giving you 20 points in Summon Rushes, doesn't seem worth it. Definitely going to be much, much better to save them for a double rates event. So that leaves you your best option, even though it can definitely be an annoying one, especially if you have to summon thousands of them, but your best option in order to end up clearing these Summon Rushes is to save your other shards and use Mystery Shards. So there are a few things that you can actually end up doing to save up your Mystery Shards more efficiently, and one of those is actually going to end up involving the market. Now, I've talked about this before, but I think it was many months ago. and I kind of mentioned it as a side note, but I wanted to highlight a feature of the market that is actually going to make saving up your mystery shards a little bit easier. Now, this is indeed going to end up costing silver, so if you don't have a lot of extra silver in order to spend, then this is probably not going to be a strategy that you're going to want to use. Also, if you are a newer player and you don't really have a lot of mystery shards, as you get into the mid and late game, you're definitely going to end up having a lot of mystery shards saved up. They just kind of pile up over time. Newer players, you still probably only have maybe a couple hundred of them, but this strategy is really going to mostly be for people who have, I would say, over 1,000 mystery shards and are looking to pile them up even more for the Summon Rush events. Now, as a new player, you just want to focus on getting your food champions ready and not really worrying so much about min-maxing these rewards. There's going to be more important priorities for you as a newer player than min-maxing a Summon Rush event with shards. But something that you can end up doing, especially if you have the extra silver to spare, is first of all, of course, always buy any shards that you ever find in the market. Those are the 3 things that I purchased right here. Those are mystery shards. Ancient shards will also end up popping up occasionally as well. Definitely want to end up buying up all the shards that you can find. But something else that you can actually do is you can actually buy the other champions in the market. Now, yes, they are going to be more expensive. If you take a look at the price of mystery shards, they are 5,000 silver in the market. If you take a look at the price of commons and uncommons, commons will either be 6,000, 8,000, or 10,000 silver. And uncommons will either be 39,000, 44,000, or 49,000 silver. Now, mystery shards, once again, are 5,000 silver, and if you actually go to the pull rates for mystery shards, about 3/4 of the time you're going to end up getting a common, and about 1/4 of the time you're going to end up getting an uncommon with a small chance of getting a rare. So the way you can really think about this is you have to summon about 4 mystery shards on average to get an uncommon at 5,000 silver each. That's about 20,000 or so silver for a value of an uncommon. Commons, you're going to get them 3/4 of the time, so they're going to be worth probably about 5,000 silver, maybe even a little bit less than that for the value of 1 mystery shard. And the rares are just going to end up being an extra bonus. So when you go back to the market and you actually take a look at the price of the commons and the uncommons, you know, if you're going to be able to get an uncommon at a value of around 20,000 silver for mystery shards, why would you spend 39, 44, or 49,000 silver buying them in the actual market? Well, the first reason is obviously you can choose which uncommons. Not really a big deal unless you're specifically trying to build somebody like Shield Guard and you want dupes in order to level up their skills. Besides that, most uncommons are going to pretty much be the same. They're always going to end up being food champions in virtually every situation. Same with the commons as well. They're always just going to end up being food champions, so it doesn't really matter if you want to pick certain champions or not. But the other reason is allowing you the option to buy them in the market, even though you are spending extra silver in order to do so. What that lets you do is it lets you save your mystery shards for when one of these events come up. So the way to think about this is you are spending extra silver buying up these commons and uncommons in the market, even though they cost more, in order to give yourself the option of saving that mystery shard that you would normally have to use to summon that champion for when an event like a Summon Rush comes out, so that you can get that extra point in order to clear the rewards. So the way to think about it when you really kind of boil it all down together is what you can do in the market. A hidden feature of it is you can use silver to buy the common and uncommon champions, and essentially what you are doing is that is allowing you to spend silver to earn more points when a Summon Rush event comes out, so that if you do want to end up clearing for the rewards in the Summon Rush, you can end up saving your more valuable shards like the Sacred Shards, the Void Shards, and the Ancient Shards. You can end up saving those for more valuable events. So you're paying silver essentially in order to unlock these rewards. So you have to think to yourself, is the cost of the silver by buying the champions in the marketplace, the extra silver that you have to spend buying more expensive champions compared to the mystery shards, is that going to be worth the rewards that a Summon Rush would take? Now you have to think about it, because for this Summon Rush you need 4,000 points, which is why I am personally probably going to skip on this one completely. I'm not going to use my Sacred Void or Ancient Shards, and I'm also not even going to use my Mystery Shards, because 4,000 Mystery Shards is a lot. I don't have that many, first of all, but even if I were to use that little market strategy and purchase champions in the market to save up my Mystery Shards for a Summon Rush event like this, even if I were to end up doing that, 4,000 points would cost many millions of silver. I don't remember the exact number, but it's something like 20 or 30 million silver to just get one legendary skill tome and one epic skill tome. I don't think that's really worth it, in my opinion. But if this were like a 1,500 or maybe even a 2,500 point Summon Rush, at that point, I think the 7 to 8, 9 million silver, whatever it would end up costing, would probably be worth it for these kinds of rewards. So it's just kind of a little extra option available to those of you guys who want to min-max events, save up your more valuable shards for those double array events, and just kind of open up more possibilities for getting more efficiency for your resources in Raid Shadow Legends. So kind of wanted to spotlight that little mystery shard trick in this video. I'm sure not all of you guys are going to want to end up using this. That's totally fine, but at least now you guys know about it, and if you do decide to use it in the future, well, now you can. So thank you guys, everyone, for watching this video. Really hoping that you guys enjoyed it and that it did help out. And if you are interested in more videos like this in the future, consider subscribing to the channel. I think we did indeed hit 20,000, so thank you for the support, everyone. Really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support really quickly, take about a quarter of a second to toss a quick like. It means a whole bunch. And if you're interested in more Raid Shadow Legends videos, guides, tutorials, and all that stuff, they should be popping up on the screen right about now. So feel free to check them out. But if not, until next time, have a great day, everyone. And this is Salt of the Salty Guild, signing out.